Alright, I'm gonna show this right quickly. Let's see what happens here. Got everything hooked up and figured out here. I'm probably flooded right now, actually. Yeah. I left the gas on. Yeah, she's running good. Sorry, just got finished with everything on this. So I've been plowing with the 1050 all morning, and I'm going to take a quick run with it. Hopefully the video doesn't run out. I'm going to take a quick run so I don't do much talking, but this thing is a beast when it comes to pushing snow. See what happens here. This is interesting. So I've been messing with the choke and the throttle. Going rain. I did all this stuff on the side. Oh, actually, I didn't do that part of the road. I did all this whole street. Turned off while I was helping today. So that thing, I'm having trouble just maintaining a consistent speed on the motor. But once I get it set and dialed in, it works great. You can see I did all that whole rest of the street today. The thing is really pushing well. I'm going to shut it down and show something. So I looked all over the wiring diagrams last night, and I could not find any information on this really that helped me or made it work. So this morning I had to come out and do a bunch of continuity tests, and I've got the solenoid here that's linked with the coil, and that thing only works when I'm on the light part of the ignition switch. And then obviously this one is a 12 volts positive going into the ignition switch, and then on the starter I've got this other one right here that goes into the solenoid to tell the starter to activate. I had trouble with this. I had trouble with these wires this morning, so there was no guide that would get me through this, so I had to do a bunch of the testing myself. So I don't really know how to explain this best, but it's working well, and I'm just going to try to start it up, and it should start up first time actually. Let's see what happens. Yeah, so real quick and easy. So I've got that running great. The 750, it's got a dead battery. It's just not ever had a good one on it, really. I don't think that it charges the battery is the reason why. But I'm going to turn this on. I should be able to yank it. It should start right up. Yeah. That's how she rolls. So that one I can get it to idle and run really low, but that's an aftermarket motor. I've got a 10 horsepower Grayson Stratton IC, it's basically a commercial grade. It's running good. But it got worked out yesterday. My neighbor used it to plow some snow and broke a belt. It was slipping. I think I've got a spring issue in the tension, but I've been using the 1050 all morning and it is running great. So the difference between the two, and one of the reasons I repowered this one, is because those old engines, they're great, they're reliable, they run forever, but this one just seems to be a lot less work over the long term for me. and I need it to be really consistent. This one, I finally got it to where I feel like it is consistent. And looking at the numbers, I've got a TRA 10D, which means that, so the first year, I want to say it was 1966, was the first one that was built. That was a TR. This is a TRA, meaning that it was built in the second phase. I want to say 67 through 69 or something like that. But the TR engines are the first year, and then TRAs come after that. This specific sticker here, I can't really see the numbers from here. Maybe I could in a better day or a better light, but there's a tag. The belts have been really good. They're actually red belts, and they seem to be a little bit heavier duty, but they work really well. I did notice on my starter, it's kind of warm, it's not too bad, but it started growling a little bit earlier. And the tension here was off. Had to reset that once today. But yeah, other than that, it's running really good. You got to see an example of what it does, but man, it really pushes a lot of snow. And I just have these regular old tires on here. If I put my weights and my AGs on there, that thing would be even more substantial. But these worked really great on the street this morning, and our city's not really keeping up with the streets. Today it might be 35 to 40 degrees, so while the snow is melting, I figured I'd get out here and do something. Yeah, that's where I'm at. I've got some new parts to fix that headlight. That's what I'm gonna work on right now, but yep, just got it all running good today. And I feel like it's solid. Don't think I need to do any work, even though I'm not really happy still with the carburetor. I mean, it runs great, but there's an issue here that I don't think I can adjust it out. I think it's just the nature of the carburetor at this point. And these engines do have kind of personalities, so you do have to figure that into the equation. I do know that's like those carburetors, what's that thing's probably 50, maybe 60 years old now, so kind of expected. Everything's good, the points, everything's adjusted, speed, controller, everything's good. I feel like maybe I'm just missing a spring on some linkage or something. I could be wrong about that, but I feel like it's so close to being right. I just can't quite nail it. And at this point, I really feel like it's just the carburetor and just its personality. This one, although it's a similar style, it's about 30 or 40 years newer. And this engine is way more consistent and reliable. So, yep, I'm gonna get to working on this one. My job now that I've got it running, I gotta get this put in. I've got these stop nuts on there, or quick nuts is whatever you want to call them. And then I need to, pretty sure I need to pull the seat back one more adjustment if I can. Let's see if I can do that. This seat is totally custom stitch and everything. It's really nice, very comfortable. The 750, I do have the 600. The fenders off of here are from the 600, which I have in the back. I have a 1254 back there, and what else do I have? I have a 1056 and a 1254 or something like that back there also. One of them needs a new, well, one of them I got the motor out of and needs to be built back up. I'm probably not going to put that motor back in it, but when you get up into these bigger, the bigger models, and you get into the clutch pack, those parts are really hard to find and really expensive. So what I'm most likely going to do is obviously keep this one really well, but I'm probably going to convert the other ones to this type of drive system where this is your throw out linkage to the idler pulley, where this system is completely different. And I get along with those much better than I do these, and finding parts and the money for them they're really expensive. So my linkage bar here, that one I was surprised. I think like one of my other models, I got to use these two holes for the linkage. On my 1050 and my 750, they're the same holes, which is good. So I'm guessing they're the same length frame. I know some are bigger, some are not, but yeah. So I locked in the back wheels. That worked out really well. And the only thing I really haven't tried, and I'm not going to do today, is I haven't tried to put a trailer on it. I can probably unlock these wheels at this point since I'm done plowing, but yeah, I'm going to see if it starts up one more time really easy like it should. Yeah. So I can't really get it idle to stay consistent. So the thing's probably going to surge a little bit. Like right now, I feel like I've got it as low as it can go without dying. And it might even slow down. Yeah, you can hear it slowing down now. But once you get it dialed in and you set the throttle and start working, it stays running, it stays pushing. You can see it pushed all this stuff along here, really heavy stuff. Cleaned up the corner of the streets. Got everything cleared out over here. So you can hear this is about idling now. But it's going to quit if I leave it like that. You can hear the variation in the RPMs that I've been experiencing. But once I get it throttled up and set in, I definitely have to lock this down. Like right now it's running great at idle, but that's not something I can make it do really. This doesn't work out. Alright, so that's the last video on this one for now. Got the plow going on. I might as well say something about that. Plow is a 42-inch, I believe. This thing works great. Again, I don't really see the numbers on it. Maybe I need a different light or something, but that Bolens, I want to say it's a 42-inch wide. The 5 positions. You can unlock it, turn it to one of the 5 positions really quickly. That's really easy. That's spring loaded. That'll kick back in. And this thing's great. The plates, the skid plates are adjusted perfectly. Those work out. So I'm going to show again. I'm going to pull this throttle out a little bit. It's probably going to start right up. So that's what I'm dealing with. Just inconsistent speed control. Here's so my stator is growling a little bit. Down to idle again. Alright, I'm going to sign out. Next time.